In this video, I will talk about the wood stove that I have. And I made a video earlier and posted. And in that video, I showed how to chop firewood from the tree branches and a tree that you have in your property, cut off trees. So in that video, I showed quickly the wood burning stove, and I mentioned that I will provide details about the wood stoves in different videos. So that's why I made this video. So if you have not subscribed my channel, if you could kindly spend a few seconds of your time clicking that subscribe button, I will greatly appreciate. And so this wood burning stove that I have, I placed in my kitchen, and you see that on the top there is a chimney. 8-inch chimney goes to the wall, and that's the chimney that I have in this house, which was there, so I used that chimney. And you have to have a chimney to have install wood burning fire stove. And at one point, this kitchen had wood burning fire stove, very similar to this. This is the modern technology implemented wood burning stove. In old time, you will have maybe to cut off within a metal lid on the top to move that lid to get put your pots and pan to get direct heat from the fire flame. Also, you could have clothes or keep it in a kettle like the one that I have to have there, and constant heat from the surface will heat up the water. And that used to be those water were used in wintertime for people. People would make tea or coffee using that hot water. So this house is built, the core of the house is close to 250 years old, and then the house is expanded. So this is that actually the core part of the house. So let's see that maybe 150, 200 years back in this house, exactly the same place, there was a kitchen stove like this. And that was the main source for heat for the family. To cook in the evening or during the lunchtime, and same time to provide some heat in the house. So the stove that I have is made by Regency, and the model number is 3500. So this is one of the most efficient large firebox you can have, freestanding. They also make various insert, which is you could put in your existed fireplace. So this is freestanding is more efficient, I think, and that's why I installed, because you have a space around, so air can circle around and easily radiate the heat in the room and the house. So this is a 20-inch logs, and you can put in, and the size of this firebox is a 20-inch in width, length, and height, so pretty big. You could put in a log almost for 12 hours and slowly burn it, even though specification claim that you could run it for 24 hours, but I would say that at least 12 hours one time you properly stock it, the firewood, and keep going in a slow. There is a damper on the bottom here, and that's you can control that how fast you want to burn and how much heat you want to produce. Once you already have enough charcoal and it's really heated, you can on the left side you see the little latch. You could close that to control that airflow. And on the left side you see handle. It's pretty easy to open. Sometimes I've seen that after use there is a little moisture buildup from the log and it was not opening properly, so I used a WD-40, and after that it's been a few weeks and it's very smooth. It is an so this installation, I have 8-inch chimney pies goes on the top. You'll be seeing two fans on the top, so that's to move the hot air to another room. I will talk about those fans in a different video. And you see that the chimney and this chimney liners are double wall insulated stainless steel, pretty good. And so this is the one of the most efficient. If you see on the handle on the left side, that is a system. When you have enough heat built up, there is actually a thermostat. You can on the top, you would know it's reached that amount, and you can turn that handle to convert a catalytic system. That means that instead of the smokes and going through that directly to the chimney, it goes through that a section of a honeycomb style a chamber and further burns that smoke to create extra heat. So not all the system in Regency made or every stove will have that system, but this one has it. Only catch is that in order to use that system, you have to have a very good dry firewood. If you have a very dirty firewood with a lot of bark in it and moisture, you should not turn that on. Otherwise, you will damage from this moisture will go to the honeycomb and will damage that component. So and eventually it will be useless. Here is a closer view opening that front door, and that's where you put the fire. And as you can see, that pretty wide opening. And the only things I would say that in this system that the hinge part on the right side is not the most perfect. The first one had broken off, so my installer actually had changed that. Other than that, this stove is pretty good, very solid metal, and this is probably the one of the best wood burning stove you can have in the US, and especially if you have a clean firewood, you could engage that catalytic component, increase the efficiency of the heat producing. So I would really recommend this system if you are planning to install a wood burning stove. And as I said, that freestanding stove will be much better option, even though it takes up a little bit of space because it stay off the wall. Based on that, you have to have about 12-inch clearance from that any combustible material. And you will see that I also had used a thermal barrier pad on the floor. So Regency 3500 I would recommend. Only thing that you might have a problem based on the which model when it was made, that hinge on the left. I would say that everything is very strong metal, and only thing that hinge is very badly designed to fail. So my installer had actually ordered and installed little different parts, which is probably from the previous version of that, but it was when he changed that, he was able to use that all production parts to the new one. So hopefully this video was helpful. If you could kindly subscribe, that would be great. You want to know about those fans, so I will post another video, you could watch that. And also why you should chop your firewood from the trees and branches that you have, you could watch the other video. Have a good day and stay warm in the winter.